Okay. Alright. Here we go. What's up, everybody? Of course, you already know it's the CoverBoi, and it's the CoverBoi Chronicles, bringing you the NAACP Image Awards Fashion Police Review. And as we all know, we start off this lovely occasion with the must-see looks of the night. And, well, of course, we start things off with Vin Diesel. Now, it's kind of weird that I'm having, a guy start off the must-see looks of the night. Normally, we start it off with a woman. But, hey, that's just kind of how things are done. But, I mean, Vin, it's kind of nice seeing him. He got number one with Riddick, his his movie when it came out on DVD, and he was so happy. He was playing Katy Perry and Beyonce, and posted it to Instagram, shaking his ass all over Twitter. Then I could appreciate the fact that he was coming out because of Paul, and I just, yes, I love the fact that both him and my next person that I was going to talk about, Tyrese, I'm glad to see that he's back and he's finding his smile, and he's working on I'm glad to hear that he's happy. I'm glad to hear that both of them are happy in their lives and are moving forward, and I look forward to seeing the movie. So, with those cats out the bag, I figure we go ahead and start talking about some women, of course, before I talk about that. So my number 3 woman that we're talking about is Naomi Harris, and she was wearing Valentino, and I felt like her gold number was absolutely wonderful. It hit the curves the right way. Her bosom area, it was subtle. It wasn't showing too much, but it wasn't showing too little. It wasn't proved up, but it wasn't too saggy. It was one of those just right dresses for the occasion, and I felt like she hit that one up perfectly. Now listen to me closely, dearly, because this is the next one. Miss Kerry Washington graces with this wonderful custom cocoon dress, and I must say that it was absolutely wonderful. Like, her dress just was for her, like her and her baby bump process, and I love how she embraces her body and then just makes some type of, like, I will never not give her credit for that dress that she wore to the SAG Awards, homegirl, with that yes, from here on out, you are that. I can't wait till you get back to your size, so you really show these girls up in fashion. How about that, Miss Kerry Washington? And another girl who's going to show some girls up, of course, you know who I'm talking about. My number 1 must-see look of the night was Lupita Nyong'o, of course, aka Nia, as, of course, to me. She was wearing Givenchy, and she was just like another breathtaking look. Like her look at the British Film Awards, like the British Oscars, like her look then was fabulous, and like this woman is going to be a major deal. Like, I cannot wait till I pray to God that she's on Vogue's issue sometime in the summer. Like, she has to be a cover spread. I pray she is, and I pray she gets this Oscar. But moving forward, we're going to go ahead and start these categories off. There's only 3 of them, Normally there's like 4 or so. And normally I have at least more than 3, like maybe 5 people to talk about in their looks, or at least 4 or whatnot. So I have 3 in 2 of the categories, and I have 5 in the next category because I was very proud. So we'll start things off with my blushing beauties, and my blushing beauties that I saw was China and Callahan, I think that's what her last name is, McCallahan. She was wearing Dahlia McPhee, and her dress was actually it fit her. She was subtle, it's not too, it was age appropriate. It was one of those age appropriate dresses, and I hate to title it as one of those, but it fit her, there was no other way to describe it. It was age appropriate. But, and congratulations to her on her win for that night. Now, this next woman who was wearing Port 1961, by the way, she's an actress. She was on, I hate pronouncing her name, is Ari Punjabi, and I'm not trying to say that rudely, but I'm not, y'all know how I am about names. I don't like messing up names. Somebody help me out, honey, because it's not right. But anywho, I just liked her dress. Her hair and makeup was wonderful. I'm going to post the link at the bottom, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, Nia Long was wearing Nicole Miller. She looked fabulous, and she just, her looks in the red carpet, including when she was pregnant, some of them were just effortless. There was one in particular that I can't remember. I've seen so many award shows, honey, it's hard to keep up. But there was one dress in particular, I'm sure if I looked it up, I'd find it, but yes. She done had one with her pregnancy. I just hope it doesn't happen to Carrie. So, moving forward, let's go with the women that were just absolutely fabulous and just bold in black. So, we'll start with Nicole Harry. She was wearing Saint Laurent, and her dress was actually really, it was like one of those old school dresses. It kind of just reminded me of like a flashback dress, to like, I want to say like the one dresses that started them. It was a really cute dress, and her hair and makeup was fabulous. It matched the dress. It complimented her. She was fabulous. Let's see. Shari Wilson, and she was wearing oh girl, these names are hideous. Shadi Soji. Anyway, it's a very voluptuous woman, and her dress is really, I felt that her dress was very wonderful. It hit her curves right. Her hair and makeup was wonderful. Moving on. Regina King. I hate that I'm doing my review like this, but I mean, hey, this is how it's gotta go sometimes. But she was wearing Michael Costello. Easy names. Regina King, Michael Costello. Come on now, y'all. And now her dress, I liked. I live for the way you did it. Understand that. Understand this. I live for the way it fit her, but her and Angela Bassett, they have very muscular builds because they're beautiful women, and they're very fit. Like her, I'm sure it's kind of difficult to fit Mary J. Blige because homegirl's got a banging ass body nowadays. But like, you know what I'm saying? For them, it's got to be a little difficult. But for her, her dress, I love the way it hit her. It came around, and it was one beautiful thing. I swear, I promise to you. But it just hit her muscle, and it just made her have like some chunk. And I would have loved to see that just flat. That's the best way to put that. I bet you that's the best way to put that. So, if I haven't embarrassed myself enough, let me just go ahead and say the Dapper Dans of the evening, of course. Now, I was so excited about these gentlemen because these gentlemen have tuned into their inter-male fashionist, and I hate to have to use, I know that the guys don't really like to say that about each other, but you looked very dapper. So we'll start with Forrest Whitaker. I felt like you looked the most dapper, and congratulations on your win. And I just, his suit and the way it fit him, I know I'm not going to see anyone get into any, or I'll talk about that later. Yeah, Idris Elba was my, no, I take that back. It was Terrence Howard. Idris Elba's next. But Terrence Howard is another person that's paying attention. And I live for the fact that I love Terrence, keep doing your thing. When he's on that red carpet, he's one sharp dude. I give him that. He's always one sharp dude. Now, Idris Elba was very handsome, very dapper, one handsome feller. I'd want to see him almost pull off one of those old school looks like I know he can do, and it would be so wonderful, and I would just be like, oh my Jesus. I'd be like, oh my Jesus. But anywho, I couldn't decide who was number one or number two because I felt like they were both so darn good looking, and they were so good darn, like, dapper, and they were just wonderful and spectacular and no words to say. Michael B. Jordan, I felt like you were wonderful. Like, I felt like your look was absolutely great, and I'm so happy for you. I'm ready for this Oscar. I pray that you get it. I so do pray that you get it. And another person I was happy to see out there was Elijah Kelly. And you looked so, like, this is a perfect example of what I mean by step outside the box. A heterosexual man who is dressed somewhat, like, completely comfortable. It looks fashionable. It looks perfect. It fits him tailoredly. Like, that is an example of what I'm talking about. That is exactly what I'm talking about. That is my number one. And so, henceforth, I want you guys to tweet the show. New Cover Lovers and CoverBoi Chronicles. My like page, of course. My Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram. And be sure to like, comment, and y'all know what to do. Subscribe to the TheSpiritsoulstar, my YouTube channel. Okay? And let me know how outrageous this absolutely wonderful NAACP Image Awards review was. Okay? Bye.